Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with another mini vlog where I'm planning to read spectacularly successful YA romance which is kind of doing the rounds in the hype machine right now. Everybody's talking about it, everybody's hyped about it. And yes, you have guessed it right, I'm talking about Heartstopper, the YA romance graphic novel by Alice Oseman. And if you've been following my channel or at least some of the updates that I'm putting up on my Instagram, you might have seen that I've already read volume 1 along with my good friend Kiran from Noob Readers Booktube channel. And she actually did a live stream on her channel, and I joined that and I read this book along with her, and we had a nice cute discussion about this book, and we both actually loved this book. I'm really looking forward to reading volume 2, 3 and 4 and hoping to finish it today and capture it in my mini vlog and present it to you. If you've already read the book, please let me know in the comment section what you think about the book. And also I kind of want to do a reaction video where I'm watching the Heartstopper Netflix show, and let me know if you guys would be interested in watching that. So I have rambled on a lot, so let's get into the intro. My name is Angela. I'm your own bookaholic brown name. You can call me Angie. I talk about books and things related to books like TV shows or movies, etc. So if you love bookish content, please do not hesitate from subscribing to my channel, and also please like, share and comment. Also please press the bell icon so you get the notification whenever I'm putting up new video. So without further ado, let's get into my Heartstopper mini vlog. So I'm going to start with volume 2. Like I said, I have already finished volume 1 and I was kind of feeling very tealish today. If you've seen my bookstagram, if you follow me on my bookstagram, you would have seen that today's post was Dune, the limited edition with steel sprayed edges, and it's one of my favorite books that I own, even though I don't like Dune as the, as far as the plot and the story goes, it did not vibe with me that much. I still love that edition of book. So if you follow me on bookstagram, go and check it out. If you don't, look me up on bookstagram under the same name as my YouTube handle, which is bookaholic_brown. And so yeah, I was kind of feeling very tealish today after that post. So yeah, here I am wearing teal nail polish and teal dress and ready to read Heartstopper volume 2. So phone in silent, upside down, getting into it. Guys, I haven't read many gay romance as such, so it's kind of a new reading experience for me, and I am actually absolutely loving it, especially Charlie and Nick and how their characters are. Really feels very teenage like. This is how you would feel. You always look for kind of affirmation, of or the consequences of your action, and you're always worried about what others would think, and that's what it's going between them, like with each of them, actually with Nick and also with Charlie. So I like the realistic aspect of this particular storytelling. I think the teenagers these days could relate to it much more, but I think across time teenagers feel the same way. I think they have the same angst, the same kind of apprehensions, and they go through the same kind this cycle of balancing of studying, and they are starting to discover their romantic aspect of life, and the hormones are all over the place. And so yeah, I think it's the same across time and all over the world. So that's why maybe this story is resonating with so many people, regardless of where they are from, and why the Netflix series is so accepted. No matter how simplistic a story is, whether it's just a graphic novel or it's just a prose heavy novel, it's the same. The impact is that it should resonate with the reader. And Alice Osman has a great way of doing that using very few words and these beautiful, rough looking sketches. The best part of a graphic novel, I think, is that you can consume a story so quickly. And the worst part is that they're very expensive. Guys, look at this. Can you see it? Yeah. How cute is that? I think the most important conflict a person who is not, heterosexual goes through is, self-discovery and self-realization, and basically trying to figure out their identity in terms of their sexual preferences. And I think they themselves struggle a lot. Some of them may be easy. I'm not an expert in all these. Some of them, might find it very easy because they know for sure that they like a person from the same gender. But I think there are others who struggle with it. And I was just thinking while I was reading this, okay, the world is opening up a little bit more, and in terms of acceptance of people with diverse sexual preferences. Even then, people struggle a lot, to come out and speak openly, just like the heterosexuals do. Hopefully, we are moving in the right direction where people are more open and are at least open to discussion of these gender related and as well as sexual orientation related issues. And I think these kind of literature play an important role in forming that kind of an atmosphere for these kind of conversations and dialogues to be nurtured, and more people talk about it openly. Oh, so Nick is coming out to his mother, and that was a very touchy scene. And yeah, to see parents being accepting of their children however they are, regardless of whether they prefer boys or girls. It's very heartwarming considering all kind of shitty things that we've been seeing. Parents disowning their own flesh and blood. For loving the wrong person. Yeah, seeing parents being so accepting of their children, however they are, no matter what, that's heartwarming. So I kind of teared up a little bit. So I just finished volume 2. I like that at the end of the book there is this small trivia like pages, and this is a page where Alice Osman, she is describing how Charlie and Nick dress up, their fashion statements. Moving on to volume 3. Check out the cover. Oops. Volume 3 is funny. It starts with a lot of nice light humor. I hope it continues this way. I don't want any heartbreaks. Oh my god, I think there is a Paris trip coming up quite soon. And you know how much I love Paris, right? So even if it's in a cartoon or a graphic novel, I still love to talk, hear, read, whatever about Paris. Anything related to Paris, I'm gonna love it. Okay, so I am almost halfway into volume 3 of Heartstopper now. And this is kind of surprisingly upbeat and happy. Yes, there are some conflicts and anxiety, brimming up once in a while. When I first heard about this book, that it's a story of two gay boys, teenage boys, I immediately remembered 13 Reasons Why. God, they should have had some serious trigger warning right before this scene. There was a scene where one of the guys, he's gay, he gets assaulted, like really seriously, physically and sexually assaulted by a bunch of boys. ruthlessly. Like I mean, that was one of the most horrendous scene that I've ever seen on a TV show, I think, or a Netflix show. And it was kind of dark. Even though the protagonist of the story was a straight person, there were, stories, side stories, that were, about these other kids in the school who are also facing identity crisis, especially sexual identity crisis. So yeah, I immediately thought about that, and I was kind of worried if this is going to turn out like that. But for now, till now, I think it's kind of okay. It's kind of a light-hearted, nice, cozy read. Okay, Nick and Charlie actually are kind of lucky, especially Charlie, because he is surrounded with very understanding, accommodating friends, and his family is all wonderful. So, one of his friends, during one of the conflicts, tells him this. There is this idea that if you're not straight, you have to tell all your family and friends immediately, like you owe it to them. But you don't. You don't have to do anything until you're ready. So yeah, that's actually kind of a life lesson, especially for people who are struggling with this issue. That take your time, figure it out yourself, and declare it to the world or tell people only if you need to, or it's just your own business. You don't expect a straight person to come out and say that, hey, I have figured it out. I'm not gay. I'm straight. No, right? So I think it should be the same for other people in the spectrum. Okay, here they are in Paris. Can you see? That's Paris. I want to be there. Hopefully, very soon. The last time I went, it was such a short trip, and also it was so hot. One of the hottest month Paris has ever faced in a century or so. And I was so unlucky to be in this wonderful city during that time, during the heat wave in Europe. But still, I enjoyed every minute I spent in that spectacular city. It's my favorite city in the entire world, and I want to visit Paris for sure once again. Oh, guys, this is such a mushy, such a cute, lovey-dovey story, and I'm loving every bit of it. I mean, I didn't expect to like this book as much as I do now. I really want to binge watch Heartstopper as soon as I finish volume 4, because especially I want to see the Paris part of it. I hope they have covered it in season 1. There they all go for a Paris school trip. That would be awesome. I want to see Paris. So when I was in Paris, I visited all the places. Of course, we couldn't go inside the Louvre Museum, unfortunately, because we were in a hurry. We had very short amount of time, and one place that I really wanted to visit and I couldn't visit was this one, which is, can you see here? Shakespeare and Company. So next time when I'm going, I'm definitely going into the Louvre Museum, and also I'm going to visit Shakespeare and Company for sure. So I just finished volume 3. Again, trivia pages. So they're showing Nick's room from 2 perspectives, view A and view B. And then we see Charlie's room, and you can see he has a drum kit and a huge bookshelf. So his favorite hobby, just like me, is reading books. The books that are shown here are The Great Gatsby, Radio Silence by Alice Osman. That's nice. I was born for this. The Iliad, the picture of Dorian Gray, Alex in Wonderland, Mallory Blackman, Noughts and Crosses, an encyclopedia of space, and some posters, etc. So yeah, I was curious to see what kind of books Charlie reads. So basically, he reads any genre, but mainly books with gay characters, and also he finds ancient Greek classical literature interesting. And then there are mini comics at the end of each book. So those are fun to read as well. So I just finished volume 3. So volume 2 was about, Nick trying to figure himself out, his identity crisis. And volume 3 focuses mainly on their budding romance, and also on mental health and self-harm. And I like the fact that Alice Osman is concentrating on the healing part and the support part of it, and what we should do if we come across any of our friends who are into, basically eating disorders, mental health, and self harm. We are getting to know other characters in their friend circle, and especially during the Paris trip, we get more exposure into their other friends and their relationships, etc. So that was nice, and obviously, Paris being the setting for volume 3, most of volume 3, definitely added another pinch of nice, beautiful flavor to the story. Moving on to volume 4 now. Volume 4. Okay, I want to ask this. Is it okay for kids, in school to, just be all touchy feely and kissing and smooching and all that? Because that's what's happening here, gay or not, that's happening here inside the school premises, and people are kind of chill about it. So that would never happen in an Indian school, like immediate. Call your parents, bring your parents, suspension, and all that thing. So no touchy feely smooching stuffs in schools allowed. So I didn't realize this, that if you are referred by your GP to mental health professional or eating disorder professional, there is a waiting time even for teenagers and children, and that's kind of I mean, it beats the purpose to some extent, right? I mean, if you want help now, you don't have to wait for 5 months to get that help. You should get it now. What if something untoward happens in the meantime? So it's kind of crazy. And from what I have read in this book here, I think that is an issue that people are discussing, that there shouldn't be such a long waiting time for people, especially teenagers and children, to get help. Learn something new. So I just finished volume 4. So I'm done with all the 4 volumes. Towards the end of the book, you have resources, mental health resources as well available. So that was a nice thing for her to do, to include those resources for, especially if teenagers are seeking out help and they don't know where to look for help. And if they can't go to their friends and family, then this will be a nice resource for these kids who are reading these books. So overall, I think Heartstopper is really a heartstopper. I'm really looking forward to watching the series now. Mostly I might do a reaction video. Let's see how that goes. I hope you guys are enjoying these mini vlogs that I'm doing of the graphic novels and manga that I'm reading. So let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Another video. Bye bye.